Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It is Monday.
All day.
Start of another week. That book there. Today, Jesus grieves over Jerusalem, and it is a parallel. We're going to start in Matthew chapter 23, starting at verse 37. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones God's messengers. How often I wanted to gather your children together as a hen protects her chicks beneath her wings, but you wouldn't let me. And now look, your house is abandoned and desolate. For I tell you this, you will never see me again until you say, blessings on the one who comes in the name of the Lord. From there we go to Luke chapter 13, starting at verse 31. At that time some Pharisees said to him, get away from here if you want to live. Herod Antipas wants to kill you. Jesus replies, go tell that fox that I will keep on casting out demons and healing people today and tomorrow. And the third day I will accomplish my purpose. Yes, today, tomorrow, and the next day I must proceed on my way. For it wouldn't do a prophet for a prophet of God to be killed except in Jerusalem. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones God's messengers. How often I have wanted to gather your children together as a hen protects their chicks beneath her wings, but you wouldn't let me. And now look, your house is abandoned, and you will never see me again until you say, blessings on the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Now the commentary from Matthew. Jesus wanted to gather his people together as a hen protects her chicks under her wings, but they wouldn't let him. Jesus also wants to protect us if we just come to him. Many times we hurt and don't know where to turn. We reject Christ's help because we don't think he can give us what we need. But who knows our needs better than our Creator? Those who turn to Jesus will find that he helps and comforts as no one else can. Jerusalem was the capital city of God's chosen people, the ancestral home of David, Israel's greatest king, and the location of the temple, the earthly dwelling place of God. It was intended to be the center of worship of the true God as a symbol of justice to all people. But Jerusalem had become blind to God and insensitive to human need. Here we see the depth of Jesus' feelings for lost people and for his beloved city, which would soon be destroyed. And now the commentary for Luke. The Pharisees weren't interested in protecting Jesus from danger. They were trying to trap him themselves. The Pharisees urged Jesus to leave because they wanted to stop him from going to Jerusalem, not because they feared Herod, but Jesus' life, work, and death would not be
puppy problems.
would not be determined by Herod or the Pharisees. His life was planned and directed by God himself, and his mission would unfold in God's time and according to God's plan. Why was Jesus focusing on Jerusalem? Jerusalem, the city of God, symbolized the entire nation. It was Israel's largest city, the nation's spiritual and political capital, and Jews from around the world frequently visited it. But Jerusalem had a history of rejecting God's prophets. Find that in 1 Kings 19, verse 10, 2 Chronicles chapter 24, verse 19, Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 30, and chapter 26, verses 22 to 23. It would reject the Messiah just as it had rejected his forerunners. And that again shows the depth of God's mercy for his people, to reject him as they did, and still so many times, over and over again. Excuse me. That he would still say, even after all these hundreds, possibly thousands of years of being rejected, still say, this is what I want to do. I still want to come and be your
Right. I still want to protect you.
I still want to protect you. I still want to be your savior. I still want to be your king. And so.
And and even when he's telling them how much he's sad for them, he's telling him what he's going to do. He's going to accomplish his goal on the third day.
Yeah.
When he, on the third day he rose, and he's telling him exactly what he has planned. And I'm sad for you.
Yeah.
Please come back to me so I can protect you. I'm going to accomplish my goal on the third day.
And later on, I forgot which. I think it's Paul, but I can't guarantee that. But later on, we're going to find out that while we were still his enemies, he died for us.
Yes.
So
yes.
That's just the depth of God's love for us. Okay, hope everybody has a glorious day, and we'll talk to you later.